Hello, I'm back with another middle grade book talk. I don't have it because, of course, I've listened to it. And I need to purchase this book for my library because it was so good. It's The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise by Dan Gemeinhart. Holy smokes. This one hit me out of nowhere. I got it because the cover is beautiful. I judged a book by its cover. I did, and I'm so glad that I did. It's so good. Oh my God, it was so good. It reminded me a lot of Walk Two Moons, and I love Walk Two Moons. So it's about Coyote Sunrise. That's a real name, and her father's name is Rowdy, and they live on a bus, a big old school bus that they've converted into a home, and they've been traveling for years. And what we come to find out is that mom and two sisters were killed in a car accident. And so dad, Rowdy, could not, he won't even let Coyote call him dad. She calls him Rowdy. And dad, Rowdy, has said that they could never again mention their names, couldn't live in the house, sold everything, got money from the insurance claim for the deaths of his two daughters and his wife, and he and Coyote took off, and they've just been traveling the country. And he's, homeschools her a little bit, and basically I think what she learns about life, she learns from experience on the road. And they pick up, it starts with a cat. And you know what else I love about this book is that the one and only Ivan is mentioned in that. She actually names the cat Ivan because she loves that book so much. And I'm like, oh my God, I love that book too. And then they talk about their eyes were watching God, oh my God, which is another book that I love. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff that I love inside of that. The character development is amazing. So Coyote and her dad pick up Ivan, and then kind of along the way, they pick up all these other people too. And so they start to seam their lives together, which I guess is kind of normal because they've done that before. They've picked people up and they drop them off, but they never get connected because dad refuses to allow it. He's like, we can't afford to form connections with people because one day they will go. So dad is obviously not handling trauma well. But anyway, so Coyote gets to talk to her grandma, and grandma tells her that they're tearing the park apart and they're putting something down. But buried in that park is a box with locks of hair from each of the girls and pictures and stuff like that because they went there with their mom a couple weeks before they were killed in the accident. And they buried this box, and it's supposed to be like a time capsule where they all come back in like 10 years and dig it up. And Coyote decides right then and there, she has got to go home, and she has got to fool her father into thinking that they're just taking a drive. So they pick these people up along the way, and they start to feel like a little bit like family. And I won't tell you how it ends, but so this journey is just, she learns so much about herself, and she starts to let herself feel for her sisters and her mom, and as she gets closer and closer and closer to this day, to this item that she really needs, she starts to sense that Rowdy is like thinking there's something else to this. And everybody else that's on the bus is like, they all know what she's going for, and they're not saying a word because they will not break her trust with this. But there's like a broke down car, there's the brakes go out, there's police involved. It's a whole thing. So and at the end, because I'm such a tender heart, I shed some tears. It's such, oh, good gracious. Just read the book. It's so good. And the title, The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise. And about that, they legally changed their names. Like dad had them pick their own names because he didn't want to go by the names that they had when he was a husband and, had two more daughters. And anyway, it's kind of, it's also kind of sad, like the trauma that Coyote has to go through, struggle with alone because her father simply refuses to acknowledge it. And so, she sort of has to break through with that too. It's it's a remarkable book. All right, check it out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Have a wonderful day. Bye.